Hey guys, it's Maymay, and it's time for another Scripture Art Journal week. Now, you remember I skipped last week. I have the spot for it, but I have not done it yet because I want to add some photos. And if you know this, we went to Gatlinburg for the week of Thanksgiving, and we left on Friday. And on Monday, the wildfires started in Gatlinburg, and the resort we stayed at 90% of it, probably, well, 75 to 80% of it burned. And we are so blessed to have enjoyed a wonderful stay there. And we are so blessed to have had that opportunity before the resort burned. But we are also in prayer for all of the people who now are without a job and the people who are without their vacation spots. And I understand it's a vacation spot, but Gatlinburg holds a special place in my heart, and Sevierville and Pigeon Forge, and I know it does for other people too. And we want to remember them. And I have not done that journal page yet because I'm not sure what it's going to entail. And so I'm leaving that one, and I will do it, and I will share with you what I end up doing. We're still kind of in the shock. Honestly, it's so shocking because you guys know I had a house fire, so fire, I can relate to what the people of Gatlinburg are experiencing somewhat, but not to where my whole community had burned or where my whole neighborhood. And just, I'm going to ask you guys just to stay in prayer for those people, and for the volunteers, and for all the efforts in the future that are going to be made to find people or find out whose home is destroyed. And I just can't imagine what they're going through. So please just be in strong, strong prayer for those folks. And that will be coming. I will do my journal when I'm prepared for it. How about that? When I feel prepared for that one. What we're going to do is we're going to start something super exciting. I'm really excited about what we're going to do in December. As you know, December will finish up our year of art journaling, where we will have a book full. You should or might have a book, something like that, that's full of your art journaling. And we'll be finishing up in December. And here's what we're going to do. I'm really, really excited. At church not too long ago, I was reminded, it was interesting, I was reminded of the Advent candle. I don't know if very many of you know about the Advent candle, but the Advent candle is a series of candles that are lit at different times throughout the Advent season, and they each stand for a different part of the Advent. There are 5 candles, and we're going to be focusing on each 5 candle. That means between now and Christmas, one of our journal weeks we're going to combine together, and then we'll be finishing up the Advent right before Christmas starts. I think it'll be fun. So my journal page is going to kind of grow along with the Advent, and I think that'll be cool because it'll kind of evolve as we go. So the first part of the Advent today is the prophecy candle. That's what we would be lighting if we were, well, it wouldn't be today, but for what we're doing, if we were lighting candles, we would light the prophecy candle. And the scripture that goes along with that is Romans 15:12, and it says, "And again Isaiah saith, there shall be the root of Jesse, and he that ariseth to rule over the Gentiles, on him shall be the Gentiles' hope." So this is where we're hearing Isaiah prophesy about the coming of Christ. And so this is the beginning, the prophecy. One of my favorite things about Scripture is reading in the New Testament the story of Jesus, and going back into the Old Testament and reading the prophecy and seeing it fulfill as the season progresses. I love that. It means so much to me. Now, like I told you, I want my journal pages to evolve with the Advent. So my thought process is, at this point in time in the Advent season, things are very dark because we just have the prophecy of Christ. We don't have him. We don't have the light in the world just yet. Jesus brings the light. So we just have the darkness, but we have the hope of the Messiah. So I'm going to focus on the hope, how this says that he shall be the Gentiles' hope. I'm going to focus on that and the darkness. And my plan throughout this art journey of Advent is to brighten the pages as we get closer to the Christ page. So I think it'll be fun. I hope you guys will finish out your year doing this with me. Even if you haven't kept up, even if you're behind, do the Christmas season with me. It'll be fun, and it'll be a learning experience. Okay, so there's our scripture for today. I'm going to go ahead on our Facebook group, and I'll even do it in the description of the video. I'm going to go ahead and put all the scriptures in Because if you want to maybe get ahead of the game, because I know how busy your December season can be, you might want to go ahead and start, go ahead and do some of your journaling. So I'll put all the scriptures and the weeks in the way we're going to do them in the video description. Okay. Also, stick around with me to the end of this video. I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about what we're going to do in 2017. Just a little bit. I want to give you a heads up on that. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to have sort of a landscape here in the background. So I'm just doing a squiggly line, which is probably really hard for you guys to see. And this is going to be a weird one, but go with me. Because like I said, I'm wanting to work with the darkness that was present before Christ. So I'm going to make this, and with pencil, and you guys know this, on black paper, you see like the graphite line. It's noticeable, but it's not like a white line. And I'm going to work with that. So that is, this is becoming my landscape. And I'm just drawing in sort of sandy hills, just to be reminiscent of maybe some sand, some like a desert. That's what we're looking at. Or that's what I want it to feel like. And I'm going to add in just some bits and pieces here to feel like trees or bushes or branches, but I'm not doing a whole lot. I don't want to be specific. I want it to be very, I think the word is desolate. No, maybe that's not the word. I want it to be like deserted. I'm going to go with that word. So I want it to feel like there's nothing really here because our hope is not here yet. And I'm using the graphite of the pencil because I want it to be almost knocked back. I want you to almost not see it. Then in places, I'm just putting some dots like this to be like texture on the ground. I just want that to look very sad. And I think it does. Now I'm going to take and put the word hope right here. And then I'm going to come in and kind of make the letters larger in places. And just sort of color them in. Now this is going to take me a bit because I'm doing this with a graphite pencil. It's not going to be quick to color in. So I'm probably just going to speed this up and let you see what I end up doing here. So you see I have hope written there. And then here on the side, I'm going to put the scripture reference right here. Romans 15:12. Now, you can add to those scriptures all you'd like. If you'd like to look into some of the scriptures that are the prophecy and you want to add to your scriptures and add to your page, go right ahead. I want to show you what this is going to look like. So when I zoom out of the page, you can see it. It's kind of gray and it's kind of dark. And actually on the camera, it looks a lot brighter because you're getting a reflection of the graphite. But you see how that almost totally goes away when you turn to the side? If you could see it in person, it is such a flat, kind of hard to see image. And that's what I wanted. I want to represent this week the darkness we had in the world before Christ, who is the light. And that's what I'm going for. I think that looks really cool. I'm going to bring my journal over and glue this in. And can you see whenever I get to certain points, you can't see it at all? It's hard for me to get it where the camera doesn't have a reflection, but in real life, it's hard to see it. So I got some art glitter glue on the back, and I'm going to glue that in. And like I said, prepare to see my Advent get brighter. I want it to start dark. This is exactly, I love how this looks on the book. Look at this. I love how that looks. So dark, and like we need a light to come into the world. It's something to save us. I love how that turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. It's very different and very minimalist, but as we go, I think you'll start to see each week get brighter and brighter. That's my plan. I hope you enjoyed that. If this is your first time joining us for Scripture Art Journal, this is something we do every week for the year. We've done it for 2015 and 2016. We're going to continue in 2017. And what I want to discuss with you is this. Each year, we've kind of advanced. Last year, or the first year we started, we just simply did the artwork and we didn't do any of the journaling with it. And this year, we started hearing the Word by writing the Scripture into our journal, experiencing the Word by writing how the Scripture speaks to us, and then arting it, and we called that heART. That's where the heART, that's how we use that. Next year, I want us to spend a little more time in the Scripture, getting to know it a little more, where we actually will be in our journals every day. So don't panic, it's going to be doable. I'm going to make it totally doable for everybody. And if you've been stepping up your game with us every year, 2015, 2016, I think you're going to enjoy this new challenge. So stay tuned for that. We are also, and I rarely do this in these videos, but I want to tell you, we are working on getting these journals in the store. I've actually placed an order and they should be in soon. So many of you want the same journal like I use, and so we are working to get these in, and so keep an eye out for that too. Our store is MaymayMadeIt.com if you didn't know. Okay, there we go. So we're getting all that started. The best thing for you to do if you want to be a part of 2017 is join our Facebook group, which is called Hide His Word in My Heart. There's a link to it below. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. Talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.